Hello. Going to stream a little bit of Netrunner. I'm going to try and I was going to try and play some non-regionals decks, but it looks like it hasn't loaded in the decks that I'm using. Let's try it again quick. So I've been playing a ton of my decks I'm planning to take to regionals this week, so I'd like to try and play something different, but it looks like... Oh, there we go. It's appeared at the bottom of this for some reason. Why is that showing as illegal? Okay, well it's already been loaded now, so that's fine. I am fine with this. Let's good luck and have fun. So we're against Alice, so we will throw down something on HQ. On Archive, sorry. Quite like an Architect on Archives, to be honest. Means she can still get in there, but it allows us to fire stuff out of it, and presuming that it's on MK Ultra, it's like 3 credits to break, so it doesn't really massively incentivize them to keep going in. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put that on Archives. Let's put the Hagen on HQ. And then I think the Seder goes on R&D. And then we click this to get our cards back, yeah. And we start our turn. Right. So I've not played this deck before. Let's use Lateral Growth to put out the Surveyor. And then, I mean, we could try and push this early, but that does seem a bit brave, so let's just take credits. Yeah, so I'm going to try and play some Lat and some NEXT Design today, just because I've been playing the Leela and Gagarin decks to death, trying to get a load of practice ahead of Red in Regionals next week. So just trying to do something a bit different, a bit maybe more casual. I'm quite tempted now to put the second Surveyor out and just push this corporate sales team through, I think. We can res one of them, so it's going to be X for the traces will be 4, so seems okay. I mean, Alice could definitely get in there, but let's see if she's willing. I mean, with no programs installed, nothing in the heap, I'm guessing she probably isn't. You can get a run on a central? No, just money up, that's fine. In that case, we will score this out. So that is 2 points on the scoreboard, and we've got a nice little drip economy coming in now for the next 5 turns. Bum, 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 bum. So Alice was actually, I've been playing around with an Alice deck, which was kind of my second choice behind Leela to take. Ooh, are we going to get Apocalypsed? Eater to me says Apocalypse. In which, if it is, I don't think there's any point in putting the Architect down now, or resing the Architect now, sorry. Oh no, we should, because then it will stay alive, won't it? Yeah, so yeah, we'll res that. That'll just mean it stays alive then, if the Apocalypse is coming here, which I assume it is. Although, I mean, they've got money left on their Liberated account, so it's not the ideal time for them to do it. We'll see. Yeah, up the strength we need to break the subs, go on through. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's an argument possibly they wouldn't break both if they were going to fire the Apocalypse. I don't know. I'm not. I suspect this is Apocalypse deck. I'm not convinced this is an Apocalypse. Oh, they still the Eaters. They can't be Apocalypse this turn. This is stupid. I'm being very, very silly, aren't I? Oh, ignore the fire roll. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So I think we ditch the red level clearance. Don't want to ditch the agenda. I'd like to keep the ice, and violet clearance is good if we can get the Ginger City grid in play, which we've got in the deck. Yep, so we can't res that. That's fine. Come on in. We'll probably just click in for credits next turn. That will take us up to. Oh yeah, that takes up to 5 credits on our turn. 6 actually when their turn starts, due to the corporate sales team. Yeah, so I think we just credit up. Means we can res one of these, because presumably Alice will want to keep putting pressure on. Especially where we're not, although we've got that corporate sales team, we're not doing great for cash at the minute, so Alice can afford to just keep running and force us to try and res some things. The data sucker tokens will help, obviously. So I was actually hoping to play on the there is a tournament taking place on Jinteki tonight. Trying to raise money for Akira to go to Worlds and sort out her passport fees. Should we res this, or do we want to get the Hagen res? Let's leave it. Oh, it's their last click, isn't it? Yeah, let's just leave it. That's fine for the moment. Yes, I was hoping to play that tonight, but I think a combination of like family things means I'm not really wasn't gonna have the time to be able to say that I'd play and definitely take part. Right, so we got the Ginger Grid. Because I think this is an Apocalypse deck, I'm quite tempted to put this on a Central rather than on. Normally, my first thought would be to put it in the scoring remote, but we're 2 points up, and we want to respect this signals Apocalypse. So I think I'm tempted to put this on R&D, just because that will make the cider adaptive harder to deal with if there's more ice on there. So I'm tempted to put that on R&D, take a credit, and then violet level. No, maybe we should put that on. We should put the slot machine out and then violet level. So that goes on HQ, and then we do this. That was really silly. Undo click. I forgot to res that first. So yeah, we show the IP block and we show the Fairchild. So what this does mean, obviously we can't res a lot of this at the minute, so it does leave us open. It does almost tease them to play the Apocalypse now. But that is a chance we will take. Yeah, so I had been quite looking forward to playing in the tournament on JNet type for Akira, but sadly that's not going to happen. But I am going to jump on and watch. I may even, maybe if I can get kids away from the microphone, I might even be tempted to maybe stream some of the games if the players don't object to that. We'll see. No more action. So what do we want to ditch? I think it's probably actually the Fairchild. We need the money cards because we do get our money back into. Although we want to keep the Fairchild as protection in case we do get Apocalypse. So if we get Apocalypse now, we're losing 7 ice. I'm gonna do the Fairchild. I think that might be wrong because we should be holding ice back for after the Apocalypse happens. Okay, so we're not going to Apocalypse this turn because the play I've had worse. So actually, with the Data Sucker, the Architect isn't a great block on archives, so I might want to consider putting another ice onto there. I don't know. We'll see on that one. So I think, should we draw for an ice to go on archives? We haven't got one. That's fine. So I think we go hedge. I don't want to put either of these down without making use them. We could put this down and click it. I don't mind that actually. And then if we go in, we maybe feed them an SSL. Yeah, Joe, what? I like that because it just means if they have got the apocalypse, it's harder for them to play about doing like an amped up first. Cody Big Mac is now following me apparently on Mixer. Thank you very much, Cody Big Mac. So I'm also tempted possibly this evening. I might try and watch. I know Code Marvelous is going to be streaming the New York regionals, so I might try and catch some of that later if I can. So there's Begat. It's a frustrating card, but we can deal with that. I mean, Hagen's pretty good against that. Hagen's will be strength 5. If we can just stabilise a little bit over the next few turns, we might want to just purge at some point just to get rid of those data suckers. If we can get another ice on here, maybe, just to make that a little bit more expensive. So they're going to run R&D. I think, do we want to res the Fairchild, or do we want to save it for the Seder? I think the Fairchild's better, right? It's more taxing. Oh no, the IP block, because that will allow us to get a tag on them. I wonder if they forgot that. Let's see. Yeah. Give the runner a tag if there's an installed AI. There it is. Okay. I will ignore that because that would be illegal play if I was to do that. Yeah, so I might try and catch New York regionals tonight. Just to see what's being played, see if there's anything that might be likely to possibly show up next week. Are you going to interact with this? Do you not want to? I mean, so our opponent's still there? Are they thinking this through? I mean, okay. They're going to break this. I mean, presumably just break the trace. So it doesn't seem much point in them forcing their way through with Eater at this point. Fire the end of the run? Yeah. And then they go clear that tag. Okay, so that was a decent turn for us. And that was, I think that was a bit silly on their part because they knew there was an IP block there. So I think we hedge, click the MCA and IPO. That sorts out our money problem then. Continues making it hard for them to play the Apocalypse. And all of a sudden, we finally are getting comfortable money. That's taken a while. And all this money now means as well, if the Apocalypse is going to come into play, we can actually res a lot of this ice to make it really expensive for them to deal with. We need to be aware of DDoS. I mean, DDoS might have been a reason to res the Fairchild, just to get it live. But that's going to be archives, I assume, yeah. So next turn, I think next turn I might actually purge just to clear the data. I mean, there's only 2 data sucker tokens on there, right? I think I might be okay feeding them an agenda just to keep getting us that money. Let's see. Maybe I'll regret it. I don't know. Playing a little bit loose. Oh god, they're on Eater. Of course, they didn't access anything. That was very silly of me, wasn't it? So actually, that showed them that was really smart play me. It means they can go and get the SSL if they let us fire these. That's totally what I meant to do. Draw a card. Possibly looking for MK Ultra, right? I mean, that would make sense. Oh god, my daughter this morning, she's sleeping, been having a little nap. she's been watching Sesame Street songs on YouTube, and I've got one stuck in my head, and it's driving me mad. It's like a proper earworm that's going to be there all day now. Right, so there's the MK Ultra, so that means they can get in here. So I probably do want to put some ice on here just to increase the cost it'll take them to go and get that SSL if they want to. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Okay, so we can't do anything like that. So shall we protect against the... I mean, they can't really Apocalypse us next turn. They go 5 credits. Cost 3 to play Apocalypse, so that's not a problem. So I think we should probably just... Should we just carry on moneying up? What are we putting in there if they run in their next turn? Lateral growth, I guess. I'm not feeding them another agenda, I'll tell you that much. One was already not the best move, probably. I need to focus on just getting this up so I can score that SSL in 2 turns' time. Yeah, okay, so there's the DDoS. So that sets them up a little for Apocalypse turn in the coming turns, which is fine. I mean, we'll have a Hagen, we can have a Seder, strength 5, plus the IP block we already know about. The Architect's already there, and the Architect will stay as well. Okay, they're going to fire the DDoS now. I mean, I'm not sure that's the greatest use of it. I mean, I'll res the Hagen. Sure. Pay 3 credits to get in if you use your data sucker tokens. Or let me fire your data sucker. Breaking both, that's cool. So the Bagat will fire. Nothing we can do about that. What's Bagat going to throw in? Oh, an agenda. That's bad. So if they go in Archives now, they are going to gain 5 points. We will get to we do get to install something actually. So yeah. Let's draw for ice. We didn't get ice. Okay, so we'll do that, and then eek. Credit discard Rashida. Credit discard NGO. I actually think it's Rashida because we got a big hand of cards. I'm not keen to keep overdrawing and just putting more stuff into Archives. Love to get an IP block on Archives. That'd be nice. Next turn, unless depending on what happens here, I will probably just score out that SSL and get that sorted, because that then leaves us in a comfortable place to just try and push out that for the corporate sales team for the last 2 points. Okay, that was a bit of an odd turn for them. I think they kind of achieved nothing there. Archive interface. I love Archive interface. It's such a neat card, but it just doesn't see a lot of play, and it just isn't relevant a lot of the time. But it is really cool. And when it is important to a match, it can be great. Getting it like turn 1 against some nasty IG build or something, it's like fantastic. Right. So yeah, let's just score out that SSL. Gain 4 credits. Let's put that in server 1. Let's advance, 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 advance. Score. Right, so next turn, I really do think I might just try and push that corporate sales team out and just finish the game. They're not doing great for money. They have got breakers in the bin. They've got everything except a barrier breaker. So this would be a strength 4, which would mean if they want to run through it with M culture, 2 to install and 6 for each. So that's 14 credits. Yeah, I think we just try and push that out next turn, unless something exciting happens here. Yeah, let's slot machine them. Rolling bones. Event hardware resource. Showing the first credit's relevant. Or first subroutine, sorry. I think that's going to fire. I mean, unless you want to. You can break it if you want to. Are you going to? Are you not? Fire. Okay, let's see. You lose 3 credits. You may carry on. Which means you can't get in now? Yeah, they can't break that Hagen now, right? Yes, that's fine. They're jacking out. I think we should have this. They're in no fit state to challenge us if we just try and push that last agenda out now. Go away. Nothing irritates me more in life than flies. And they keep coming in my house from the garden. It's doing my head in. It's like first world problems, right? So we can put a gatekeeper on R&D. I mean, I'm not sure it's relevant at this point, right? Well, we can throw out there, so we should. And then let's just try and push and end the game. We'll do that. I mean, actually, we could have just taken a credit and left it at 1. It's functionally the same, right? We still get to score it, but yeah. So you want to go in there? Are you gonna let it fire this time? No, you're not. Okay. I thought you might let it. They might let it fire to get that SSL. They do know the SSL's in there, and they are going to see the other one now, actually. So maybe they will. Oh, yeah, let's fire one of the subs. Again, pause. Oh, I messed up. Feel free to undo. Okay, I'll fire the top 5 cards, I guess. Cool. Look at the top 5 cards are R&D. Oh yeah, we'll put the gatekeeper on server 1. And then we'll let you free. So I don't think it matters at this point. You can have the lateral growth. We should have used the lateral growth to install the agenda. Silly. I'm not playing very well this morning, obviously. Also, it's the first time I've used the deck, and I've not played HB in quite a while, actually. I've been mostly obviously playing loads of Gagarin recently, and I've been playing quite a lot of Jinteki decks as of late. So yeah, you're gonna run in there. That's fine. You can do that. That's fine. So you are gonna get your 5 points, but unless you can also get in here or get 1 from R&D, it's not gonna matter too much. Take a credit. Okie dokie. In my mind, we won that because we expertly bluffed that as an NGO, and not because I was just kind of installing and double advancing it and rushing through. Pass the turn. Eh? Oh, they discarded down to 4. Doesn't matter, just click enter and it's all fine. I don't know what's going on here. If they clicked enter and then dragged stuff out of their hand, I'm not sure. There we go. We'll gain the money. We'll gain the money. We'll put the gatekeeper on there. And we'll advance. Advance. Score. GG. Well played. Cool. So that was a win. Not the most convincing win of all time, but a win nonetheless. Let's try that game. We're up against Sports Metal, yay. Okay. So this is a Kushuk deck, which against Sports Metal, so it means there's lots of small agendas, but it means your Kushuks almost always hit. Now what do we think of this open hand? We've got a Patchwork. We have an Earthrise Hotel. I'm not like in love with that opening hand, to be honest. The Patchwork is good to have, but otherwise I'm not sold. I'm going to mulligan that. This looks better. So I think we'll click first, draw first turn, and then see what we're going to do from there. Like gamble, cast, and a run, or gamble, cast, and an install, depending on what we draw. Also depends how many cards they've got, because we can quite often just get ourselves a free draw using Lat. His ability is really neat. It doesn't sound very exciting, but it does work really well when you're playing. Okay, so they're going down to 3. So do we want to... Let's draw. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then, so we could put down the freedom for equality, but if that's just an early agenda, it seems silly. I could put that down for the draw. I mean, it's not relevant in this game, but am I running A-subs? I think I have A-subs in this. No, we don't. I'm going to put it down just to get the draw, I think. Yes, we'll draw a card. And let's just turn that on to automatic. Okay, so they got themselves Rashida. That's fine. I do really like Sports Metal as a deck. The tempo it gives you is like just mind blowing. Like it can truly quite often just be going install, advance at every turn, right? In the ideal sort of circumstances. Right, so they've got 4. So I think should we poke HQ or do we want to draw first? Let's draw. There's nothing exciting there, so let's poke HQ. Where's the ginger? Okay. Oh yeah, so right, so that means there's something in there, and if we steal it, they can draw cards. But that's fine to me, I think. I mean, there is an argument with Sports Metal. Getting their agendas early helps them more than it helps you. Oh wow, did we miss the agenda in there? Cool. Well, that's fine. Okay, so whatever happens with server 1, presumably... Well, they haven't drawn any more ice, it seems. So, okay. I was about to say we might go in and clear that, but now they're on 14 credits, possibly not. Do we want to check HQ still? Because I feel like that is an agenda, otherwise that res was a bit strange. I think it has to be an agenda, otherwise I don't understand why they res the ginger when they did. Yeah, okay, so that's why. That's fine. If you want to draw 2, I'm just going to go straight back in there, potentially. Yeah, I'm going to go in again then, in that case. Probably should have played the freedom actually when I knew that was silly. Let's do that. Let's put that down. And let's draw a card. Okay. Yeah, not playing the freedom for equality when I went in for that HQ run was really silly. That was like a guaranteed point, right? So there's nothing in HQ. We could try and force into red stuff, but it's not great. I think we draw. Earthrise, credit. I'd like to get that down next turn, the artist. Because if we can draw patchwork, because we can definitely use this feedback filter. We can argue even using the nanotech because we have got clone chips. So they're going to protect R&D, that makes sense. Okay, so that's some ice, it's a Seda, that's fine. I'm really bad at not paying attention to the ginger grid reveals over here, but that's fine. Right, so yeah, I think we go artist, install the clone chip for like nothing, take 2 credits, take a credit. Okay, so that was an NGO front. I mean, it sat there for a while. So presumably that's a, if they now regged it when it's been sat there for a while, that must have been an agenda they've just drawn. I'm in no place to challenge it at all, sadly. Oh, actually, that's not entirely true. I mean, we can get a program of self-modifying code. We can bring self-modifying code back with clone chip to get the other program. The problem is this in hand. Sorry, it went a bit fast. That's cool. No need. I don't think I've got a clot in here. No. Right. Should we let them have that money up and challenge the next one? That. Take a credit, and then we will go and check. We can't. We need to go in at some point. Cool, so that's an echo. That's fine. So let's check HQ. Should we go in and deal with the ginger now, or we still only like? I don't. Yeah, I mean, let's think this through. So they've drawn 3 cards in HQ. We know they're not. I think we play this and just hammer HQ this turn. Nice. That's why we do that. If they draw cards, I might play the other one and hammer HQ this turn. It took 2 credits. Do you know what? Screw it. Okay. There's an ice now. They didn't put any of those cells, which means they're going to protect HQ with that this turn, presumably. Install, advance. No action. So one of those cards on HQ is an ice. Should we go and see what the other one is quickly? So we saw the same card, so that doesn't help us with our decisions. Getting in is difficult if they have I mean, at least one of these is going to be a surveyor, right? I think I'd like to try and see what that other card is. Hedge fund, okay, right. So we're going to money up with this. And then install that for nothing. Next turn, we might just make the run, I think. Hit R&D. That'd be another Ickaway, yeah. Okay. So that is awkward because they can go install advance domestic sleepers and just end the game. So because of that, we should probably check HQ. Hedge fund we've seen. Let's do this. There's the Kushuk. We've actually got 1, 2. See, normally we're going for 4, but we've got one of our 4 cost cards down. I suppose we could install that. Take 2 credits. I think we're just being completely outpaced and probably outplayed because I'm not playing this very well. Ice on HQ, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Hedge fund, so we don't necessarily know what that is, right? Start turn. We don't care about their money at this point, right? And we do care about our money. Let's have some more of that money. Does flip switch matter here particularly? I guess it does matter against any surveyors we come up against. It can definitely be relevant. Let's take another draw because we want to try and find cards as quick as possible to get our Kushuks to matter. We're trying to drag ourselves back into this here because we've been left behind a little bit. Right, if they advance this... No, we can't clock. What am I talking about? Go ahead. So that's a domestic sleepers, which I assume it is. Oh, it's not. Okay. In that case, I think we put this down and we put that down. Put the critic down in case it's a Project Ikawa. And then let's run it. I mean, it could just be an NGO. We've only seen one of them. We've seen 2 of them actually. Border control. Yeah, that's a thing. That's definitely a card. Let's break it. Okay, so that's that. So let's match, break, break. This is another sphere or another border control, yeah. Oh, they let us in, which means it's an NGO. Oh no, they're ending the run. Fair enough. Should we Kushuk R&D? We've got 1, 2, 3. That's not a very good Kushuk if we do, is it? We can turn this into 4. We can have 4 costing cards. And even if we find something, we have to find something else again next turn. Because we're not going to... Oh no, we could find a Project Ikawa, right? Fuck it, yeah, we're in trouble with this. Let's do that. So that's one of those. So this needs to match the strength. And then it needs to break. Right, okay, yeah, so this for Gordian Blade. We match and break 2, so we let them do where the trash is, yeah. So match, break, break. Fire that one, and we'll just kill one of our clone chips. Project Igua? No. So, that's game, presumably. Yeah. Oh, was that the other Igua there? Oh, no, it was the SSL. That's cool. GG, well played. So yeah, you played well. I did not. What time is it? We got time for another game quick? You might find SSL next game point. Yeah, that is totally true. That is totally true, Simon. Sorry, I just saw your message there, mate. Right, let's get one more game in. Oh, okay, so the same players switched to runner. So let's give them a court game. And we'll give that next deck another run. I don't know why that deck shows us standard illegal. I'm pretty sure it's not. Good luck, have fun. I don't mind this opening hand, but I want ice. This would be nice post next install. That's mulligan. That seems better. Okay, so against Ed Kim. So let's go. Should we put the slot machine on R&D? We want to end the run. Gatekeeper on HQ seems a thing. Slot machine on R&D. Let's get an early end the run on the remote, because that can protect that ginger grid if we put it down. Do that. Take a draw. Right, so yeah, I think we go Ginger, Rashida. Should we get the Surveyor down now as well? Ginger definitely goes down. The Rashida definitely goes down. Yeah, I think let's just get the Surveyor down as well. End turn. DDoS in hand. Stargate trashed. I like seeing Stargate gone. Stargate is like way better than why am I blanking on the card it replaced? Yeah, it's obviously a fairer version of it, but it's still a massive pain in the arse. Right, so there's nothing there, so we will res the Ginger, we'll res the Rashida, and we could get off the races really quick here. So yeah, that can definitely. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? Do I want an Architect on there, or would I rather save the Architect for a Central? I guess putting it on the remote, if we get. I don't think Architect does want to go out there. I mean, it makes the Surveyor stronger. So I think we're going to try and rush maybe and get this out, in which case maybe we do it there just to make the Surveyor better. Possibly as a thing. Yeah, Blue Moose would certainly be a good card, right? Let's throw it out just to put that Surveyor strength up. I think I might just try and push this. I can install Advance, take a credit to put me on 6. So basically I'd be resing the Surveyor to keep them out. I mean, they've got the Black Orchestra only, right? Yeah, I think we should just push this and probably end up looking like a fool for doing so. But my play for this entire stream so far hasn't been that strong, so let's face it, a few more mistakes isn't really a problem. Yeah, that's fine. I can't do anything about that. Oh no, we get an Apocalypse. This was really fucking stupid, wasn't it? That was really stupid of me. I'd seen the DDoS as well. Oh no, okay. It's not Apocalypse, that's fine. I thought I was about to look like a massive idiot. Yeah, you can run HQ. I cannot stop that. There is 2 agendas in there. This game might just be over really quick. Oh no, they kill the IPO. I can live with that. That's fine. I might want to protect R&D rather than push this through. Gatekeeper, I don't think I want out there. No, I'm going to push this through. It will help with the money. Yeah. There's plenty of ice in this deck, so hopefully whatever's on top of R&D is just an ice anyway. Or it's like an SSL and I just cry. Ginger Grid, trash, yeah, that makes sense. Pausing, trash and MCA. This is nice, we're burning through their money. You should read your viewer comments. Yeah, sorry. I've just managed to set up my second stream. I forgot to put my second screen on, so I didn't actually have comments available unless I was like going in and out. Ice up Centrals, he has DDoS. Correct, Simon. He certainly does. Right. So I don't really want to throw another agenda into here right now because I'm not really money-wise set up. So should we just throw this on R&D? Credit up. Corporate Sales Team is a nice drip card, but like I would like to have some more economy just coming in quick to catch up. Like an NGO draw would be good. Oh, hedge install, advance the architect, I reckon. Yeah, I like that. The sad thing with architect deployment tests is you don't get the classic ABT thing where you always just trash 3 cards and then like just lose on archives immediately, because that was the best Netrunner play ever. Yeah, let's just push it through and go to 4. So only got the Black Orchestra in there still, right? Should we get a second surveyor on there? That seems good, right? Do I want to save one of those surveyors just to protect for for Apocalypse? The problem is if I put a surveyor down now, they can still. I need something else to protect it from DDoS. I mean, I think maybe surveyor on HQ and then putting out gatekeeper on HQ. I like, just because that will make this harder to play through if they are playing Apocalypse, which seems likely. Apocalypse is like everywhere at the minute. Top cards of R&D are. We'll take the IP block, I guess. Is it any card? Oh, it is actually any card, isn't it? Yeah, we always just assume it's just ice, but yeah. Architect is good because it means they'll have to break that on archives if they are apocalypsing us, and it will stay there as well. So next turn, I could actually just push one of these 2 and just go for the win here. But it does leave me open. I mean, it leaves me open to apocalypse, but the runner has no money. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna. Let's throw the Icawa down in server 1, and let's advance it twice. I suspect that is probably game. Yeah, I think it's quite hard for them to do anything now, right? I mean, dealing with these, we can res both of these ices, and they can't. That's got an end the run which they can't deal with. I mean, it's gonna be strength 6 against their Black Orchestra, so that's fine. Yeah, I think that's game. But you never know, right? Unless you know. A stim hack into here, right? So we definitely want the surveyor. They can deal with the Hagen. So actually, we can't keep them out of all of. We can't keep them out here. Surveyor's definitely getting res. That's 5 credits. The Hagen It's going to be strength 5, so it costs them 3, 4 to break. Do I res just those two, or do I want to get the architect up as well? Yeah, they can't deal with the architect, and if I get the fire on that, that will let me at least get some stuff out of this. So you can't res that, right? Oh, deal with that, sorry. Yeah, fire roll. So we'll look at the top 5. I'm almost tempted to overwrite this, but I think that's just overthinking a little bit. So let's get an IP block on R&D, and then let's install that. Is this second one ignoring all costs? This one's paying all costs, isn't it? Oh, Joe, actually, yeah, I might not do that. I might just go for nothing on that one, I think. Sorry, close prompt that one. Let's put the ginger on our out. That's really stupid. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. It's ginger on HQ. Right, sorry, I'm being really slow and really dense. No res on the slot machine. So this is gonna like take our money down big time. Correct. Yeah, this should have been the SSL really. Oh well. I suppose this is what happens when you play 2 decks repeatedly for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then go back to playing like different decks. You have to suddenly remember that they play differently. Take the tanks. I mean, I assume they're playing no kind of resources at the minute, at least not this turn. Play the end of the run. You can deal with that, that's fine. I mean, one play would have been just let them in and let the stim hack do nothing, I guess, but Joe, I'm tempted to save the Hagen. I mean, it's going to cost them 4 credits, right? But it's only 2 real credits. I think we should let them through. Let's preserve some money. Yeah, I've misplayed this turn. Should have been the SSL. I think otherwise it's fine. I think trying to put something in and pushing through was fine, but just it should have been the agenda's the other way around. Oh well. I mean, technically, we actually can just push the SSL again now. We didn't res the Hagen. Does that leave us in a decent spot to do it? Or do we want to put this down instead? It gives them less credits and lets us try and score this from hand instead. Yeah, let's go MCA instead. Should have read that ginger, I guess, as well. Yeah. Rushing through. I'm on a 16-hour fasting diet at the minute, which means I cannot eat still until like 3 p.m. I'm absolutely starving. Just thought I'd mention that. It's entirely irrelevant to this game, but it's important for you all to understand that's one reason why I'm playing terribly, potentially. Let's get out on HQ. So if they do nothing this turn, then we can. They've got 2 turns to get rid of the MCA, right? Otherwise, we can score that SSL from hand. Okay, so cost them a lot of money. They will get to Hippo this. Hippo only works on the outer, doesn't it? Yeah, that's fine. We just res the inner one. I'm actually interested to see if they want to spend all their money on that, because it's a fair investment. Yeah, they will. That makes sense. Don't get the SSL, please. Yeah, see the Surveyor, that's fine. On that, that's fine. Keep seeing a lot of on floating around again now. It's nice when people are playing around the hippo, I guess. So we credit and do this, and then we res nothing this turn. A perfect win in Netrunner is when you score the 7th of gender with no credits left, right? That's kind of like winning 2 games or something. Or something. You're going on HQ, that's fine. I can't do much about that. There's Rashida, that's fine. I suspect you've got to go in again and check, right? Because you know you lose to this. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Game 4. Advance. They haven't got like a clot or an SMC or something ridiculous, have they? Just to like massively surprise me. Advance. That's got. GG, well played. I suspect you entirely deserve to win that game, my friend. Certainly lucked out a little on that one. Right. My daughter is still asleep. Let's see if we can maybe squeeze one more quick game in. Right, let's run this. Let's see if we can get one more game in quick. Whoever makes a lobby first, we will just join as the other side. In fact, I want to get a leader game in. Let's get another lat game. We only played one lat game. See if we can get one more game in as lat quickly. Yeah, the DDoS play was a bit weird, right? Especially considering, I mean, clearly they didn't have the apocalypse, I suppose, but I'd left myself so open and vulnerable then as well, stupidly. I definitely got away with that one. Yeah, putting the SSL down. I mean, they were only getting it if they had stim hack, right? But like, I mean, they're Anarch, so having stim hack seems likely. The SSL would have made it far easier for me to score next turn instead of having to extend the game out. I'm going to give you lovely people a couple of minutes, and if you're not coming, then I will go and do like grown-up stuff like mow the lawn. Yeah, I think I'm pretty set on the Gagarin and Leela builds for Reading next week. I did toy with playing with the free ice Gagarin that the big boy and other people have been playing and building, but I kind of know this deck really well, and I actually kind of like having the extra ice, to be honest. Okay, we got a game. Cool. What have we got? PE, yay! So last time I played a lat game, I sat with a dead feedback filter in my hand the entire match, pretty much. I'd like to open with that now. The thing with PE is always, do you want a mulligan for it? I mean, we should get good card draw in this game, I suspect. And otherwise, this is well, I was about to say it's a decent opening hand. These 3 cards are nice, but I don't know if I like opening with 2 of my programs against a PE build. Keep it. I mean, I have clone chips. Yeah, I suspect against PE we can get the lat ability to fire quite regularly. Housekeeping in PE. What is going on? Is that you, Will? So yeah, you have to trash a card the first time you install a card each turn. Oh, Joe, what? I really fucking hate housekeeping. It's the first time you install a card, isn't it? Gamble. Install the daily casts. Discarding the piece in our time, and then install the patchwork. The problem with playing patchwork at the minute, if they're a bit on this, is that quite regularly installing something is going to cost me 2 cards, right? So maybe the patchwork's just not very relevant. Let's do that. Freedom for equality would be nice. So they're on 4. So let's draw. I don't think I'm keen on playing HQ interface in this game, so that's probably a safe discard. So I think I might go. Should we get down one of the real programs? Let's get down that. Discarding that. Take a credit. They're moneying up, which is fine. At least they haven't started throwing out House of Knives and stuff early. So on 5. What's losable? Like the patchwork can just go. It's not an essential card to the deck, but it is another 4 cost card for the Kushuk. Draw, gamble, install something. Oh, well, we got. Yeah, so we'll put the nanotech down, discard that. So we got decent money, they've got okay money. Draw. Okay, so there's a Kushuk. I mean, again, get rid of these. They're 4 cost cards for the Kushuk, but I'm just not massively keen on hitting like 3 snares from hand at some point. Right, okay, we'll start playing the shell game. So the question is, what do we not want to lose in our hand? We should get down the lady probably. I can afford to lose a Kushuk if I keep this, but I mean, we're going to be against a load of small agendas, presumably, sorry, which means Kushuk is like not as important as it is in like a deck with like less agendas. I've got to at least check one of these. I think I'm going to check them both. If one of them is a psychic field, it's a problem, but if one of them is an agenda, it turns this off. Let's go for one. There's a sting. That's annoying. That is 2 trashes. So we lost the same old thing and Cerberus. So the lady's not too bad. So let's draw. Oh, Critic's good in this matchup. Pazoo, especially for some. I mean, yeah. Critic's actually kind of annoying because having to spend 2 clicks to put 1 point as your score is a pain in the arse. But I think I want to get stuff down before that current comes down again. So let's do that. Putting the Gauss down now just doesn't seem very good. I'm actually more tempted to do this, but then I will have to discard something. Let's just take a credit and get the lat draw. The artist will definitely help. That's money and some cheap installs. So let's do that. Let's put the clone chip down for free. Take 2 credits, gain a draw. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, if they're on Project Obokata, then all of a sudden the critic being down makes Kushuk so much better. Yeah. So we're on 2 for this at the minute. So last time they put 2 cards down, we ran 1, and it was an agenda. The other one they've done nothing with, which means it's a trap. I suspect this is just the same thing again. I mean, we could see if I didn't have 2 Kushuks in hand, I'd probably have to go Freedom for Equality and check both of these. Yeah, I'm on two Earthrise, I think, in this. Yeah, 2 Earthrises. Let's go. I don't want to start running through Kakugos until I find my feedback filter, preferably. But we could get them to res some Kakugos, possibly. So something here's got to be Kakugo if it's not one on each, right? I don't like them getting an agenda, but I don't like the idea of hitting a psychic. They play like 1 off Psychic Field, probably. Right? I'm telling myself. Yeah, let's go for the outside one. Okay, that's a snare, that's fine. We'll trash that. So we lost 1 Kushuk. See, if it's double snare, I can't really afford to run them both, but double snare is quite a play, right? Okay. I don't think zero's right on this, but it's random. Yeah. Okay. We're fine with the psychic field staying out, right? Unless they're doing like that stupid fake Katie card, which I've seen P do a little bit, that's fine. We need to draw in case I got EMP, and we definitely want to remove that tag. Okay, so I lost 2 Kushuks, and I've also lost a same old thing. That was sloppy, careless play, I think. I don't know, was it? Maybe not. And then do not, for the love of God, Sam, forget that server 3 is oh yeah, okay, they're gonna try and get rid of our critic, aren't they? Random says 2, I say 1. Oh baby. Yeah, do not forget that server 3 is a psychic field, for God's sake. I have such mixed feelings about peace in our time. Giving the corp money just always seems bad. And I'm not desperate for money at the minute, so that's a good card to get. That's also good to have. Right, let's get this down before we lose it. I've still got that Sesame Street song on my head. It's doing my head in. Honestly. It's some like French Canadian singer on there singing with them who I've never heard of. I might have to look up her stuff because her voice is really cool. Right. Let's diesel up. Palongi. I don't really like the Palongi in the deck. So rarely does it really matter. I suspect that can become. I mean, that's 6 influence. There's 2 Plongis in this deck, I think. Yeah, that's 6 influence. Just I suspect could be spent way better. Earthrise, same old thing. Money from the artist. I really would like to find a feedback filter, but like I can't just sit back waiting for it forever. It is a one-off card. That's cool to have. Let's draw cards. Let's draw a card. Let's do that. Let's take money from her. Let's discard that, and then we get a draw. So we're going to start the next time with 8 cards, which means it might be worth hitting a Kushuk from the same old thing. I mean, we're on 1, 2, 3, 4. We can turn this into a lady. I'm sure I'm on 2 lady, aren't I? In fact, we've got that. But yeah, we can turn this into a lady to make it a 5 Kushuk. Yeah, I quite like doing, yeah. Freedom for equality. Freedom for equality, same old Kushuk. Turn this into a lady. Yeah. Dee 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 dee. Oh, it's you. Of course, you are like the pump strength on nanotech is so bad. What am I upping it for? Fire it, Christ, absolute idiot. That was silly. Fire away. Okay, there's a Kakugo, that's fine. I mean, we suspected there would be one, right? So we want a lady anyway. We're going to break it. We've got plenty of cards in hand. None of them are that important, right? I mean, these could help later when I need money. This is nice. But, I mean, we haven't got much to draw through, so it's only going to come out anyway as a 4-cost card. Come on, Obakata. No. Nothing. So they won't have much fire this now if we access it. The psychic field doesn't trigger from R&D, does it? Yeah, installs. Let's pick that and just trash it so we know it's gone. I guess we gain 2 from her. Oh man, I'm playing like trash today, aren't I? I really am not playing these games well. So they've just moneyed up, which means we can ignore this. So there's 1 Kushuk left in the deck. We are struggling for money at this point, so I actually am going to fire this, I think. Fire it, gain 2. Let's get that down for free. Let's gain a credit. It's really cool as well if our feedback filter's in like the last 3 or 4 cards. That's brilliant. Not that it's taking us long to get there. I'm quite tempted to install the lady and just take credits. It gets us another draw, gets us another 4-cost card. Oh, hang on, one of those clicks should definitely be that. Pro level plays all over the place. See, I'm playing the Gagana leader decks like almost like through reflex now, and then everything else I'm just becoming terrible at again. Right. If this was relevant, they would have scored it by now. We would give them like 3 turns to do something with it. Patchwork is there, but we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we can put that down for 3 credits, right? And then we're on our 6. So we have 1 Kushuk left. We really want to make that count when we get to it. We should go and check 1 of 6 and 7. We've seen there's 1 Psychic Field in there. There's 1 in server 3. We can diesel feedback filter, run 1 of them. I'm falling into their trap here entirely, aren't I? Because I'm almost through my deck. I've done very little so far in the game. Oh, you are kidding. Is it in the bottom 2 cards? Of course it is. Let's get that down for the money. If I run 1 of them now, I can't run 1 of them now. So, misdirection's irrelevant in this game, right? So let's just... I should have installed that with the misdirection, but I'm making so many misplays here that it's my own fault. So I'm going to install this. Ditch in the misdirection. I'm playing like absolute trash here now. I'm blaming the hunger. I'm so hungry, it's unreal. Kushuk. Right, nice. We're going to fire that next turn. Maybe we draw for the feedback filter. I mean, it's feedback filter the last card in the deck. Unbelievable. Oh, Ronin. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I suppose that's not a massive shock. It didn't hit the Kushuk, luckily. Probably should have done just to punish my bad play even further. So if this is a Kakugo, I need another card in hand. Lizzie, you're awake. Hello. Right, let's finish this game quickly then. My daughter is awake and she will want feeding, as she is a monster if she doesn't get food. Draw. Oh, look, it's a feedback filter. YOLO, as the kids say. I could have played that, getting rid of that as well, I guess, but yeah. Break one. Break that. Prevent these. Come on, Obakata. I mean, if there's not an Obakata, we have got massive issues. Oh, you. Fetal then, right? Okay, I mean, that's not terrible. So we're going to take this. This stays in play still. It's not, this isn't scored, obviously. But that can help with just random runs. I mean, if we can get to 5, this can let us just win. Or even off a 1-pointer. Yeah, that makes sense. The D6 says 2. I think I like 2. Yes, baby. King of the Psy game. I am the daddy, Lizzie. Is that funny? What are you doing? Is it funny? Is that Elmo? Yeah. Cool. So they've overwrit server 2. So server 2 we never checked. Why would they overwrite it? I mean, we want to get this. So that's that done. I think we just money up, right? I mean, this just becomes a game of me clicking for credits often and checking remotes, I think. Which is a nice way to drag out a game again. 2, right. So with Ronin, we have to deal with it. If there's anything else, we can feedback filter the damage. That. Oh, it is Ronin. Okay, yeah. We needed to make sure, right? Yeah, do we just play like a boring remote checking game now, right? Preemptive. I mean, that's a pain, but, what are you going to do? He's smiling at me, Lizzie. Very cute. I think I'm just moneying up like 5 credits a turn. I mean, I can go and pressure their hand and stuff, but it's likely just to cause me stuff. I mean, the onus is on them to start scoring, not me. So let's be really boring and do that shape a remote lock type play. And just say, well, yeah, come at me. I mean, meat damage cards are what we have to worry about. Yeah, fine. I think I do that, and then do I let one of them go? Oh no, money's not a problem at the minute. Let's blend all 3. We'll trash it. We'll remove the tag. Take 2. Take 1. Cost us 8 credits that turn, but that's fine. This is just what we're going to keep doing. Breach the home, smart. I think we leave it out. At least that way, if they want to put it in archives, they've got to go over it themselves. What a boring, boring end to a game. Hey, I type R&D, my friend. I'm probably not ever going to run it. But the pressure is on you to do something, not me. You have to score or kill me. This is making for like thrilling netrunner streaming action. Like the viewing world is just loving this kind of game. What's he going to do this turn? He's clicking for 5 credits. Shocking. I mean, this is why these things happen sometimes, right? Like I keep saying, the onus is not on me to do anything. The corp is one that has to do something here. I can just sit here till your R&D runs out. I bloody love a mill victory. I haven't had a mill victory in some time. Server 6 is the server we've never checked. Not that that matters right now. Does he think he can outpatience me with this? Because trust me, I am stubborn. I'll sit here forever, my friend. I mean, what is the corpse out at this point? I suspect that they don't really have a play, which is weird, right? Because we're like, I have no cards in hand or in my stack. I mean, their only play is to make me run into a breach dome. That's it, yeah. In which case, that probably means we sit back even when they install stuff, thinking about it. Arc lockdown. Ah, my cows. That's fine. Yeah, so a breach dome is their only win condition, I believe. This is brilliant. This is what gets me into Netrunner. This is what really gets my blood pumping this sort of moment. Are they just going to keep taking credits? Dude, you need to do something. Like, right, here we go. There is, a lot of people don't realise it, but in the new Nisei rules, there is a win condition if the runner ever reaches 100 credits. That's definitely a thing. And we've advanced it, which means that we know it's not. Like, if it's advanced, then it's not going to be a breach dome, in which case I can just run it. Oh no, it's Gene Spicer. I prevent to. I trash it. I gain 2. I gain. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, Project Obakata seems pretty unlikely at this point, I guess. Vote intimidation. Okay, so that does matter. Bang! Right, 6 again. So we went 1 and 2 last time, didn't we? Oh boy, this is a big one. Let's go with the dice roll. Ooh, victory lap of the room. Oh, preemptive action for the voter intimidations, right? This is top tier Netrunner action. Should we go and check their hand? They've got to have agendas in hand by now. guys ever. Your EMP. I mean, I don't really want to. God, this is bloody boring, isn't it? If I wasn't so stubborn, I would probably concede. But I am a really stubborn bastard. Localized product line for voter intimidation, right? L-O bloody L. I suspect they're not having as much fun as I am. Oh God, this is why, in a lot of ways, I think I might be the best Netrunner player in the world. Just putting that out there, right? So that's not advanced. There's one breach dome on the table, right? Let's just ignore it. Go on, have your card. Oh, in fact, they're on 12 cards R&D. I think I do nothing. I think I just sit back unless they start scoring stuff, and they better start scoring pretty quick. Come on, mill victory. Come on. Do not concede, opponent. Do not concede. I've earned this. Oh, overinstall. That's exciting, Netrunner. Over to you, sir. This is brilliant. This is the sort of thing you would show players. Like, if you want to get a Magic player into Netrunner, you'd say, "Watch this. Look how this guy's doing the same thing every turn. Isn't that great?" Oh, a Mushin. Ooh, exciting. I should check if that. So that's a Ronin. Oh no, if it's a Ronin, I can just pay through it. I do not care. And the problem is, if Mushin does mean it can actually be a breach dome, right? And if they don't advance it, I'm going to assume it is. I'm bloody loving this. GG. Oh, you don't even want to discuss how much fun that game was. That's a shame. I'll tell you what, that was brilliant fun. I do love a really, really weird end to a game. Like, in fairness, one of the really cool things with Netrunner, which I do love, like, all joking aside and stuff, is that it's not, I mean, obviously it happens time to time, but it's quite rare you do get, like, just conclusive answers. Like, I think at that point, outside of me being stupid, I win, right? Like, I think even with Mushin, they probably can't score out before they dare. But so often Netrunner, like, the amount of times you come down to like a last turn and there's still some out you can get, even when the corp's got the agenda in a scoring route you can't access. That's what makes Netrunner so good. Like, stuff like that is just always possible. And then you get games like that where just you get to sit there and do nothing and know that the other player isn't enjoying themselves at all, which is also, as Simon said, a moral victory. Right, my daughter is banging on the table, which means it's definitely lunchtime. What are we going for lunch, Lizzie? Do you want a cheese sandwich? Then we'll go and eat it in the garden. Cheese? Cheeseburger? I don't think I've got any burgers. Should we go to the shop? Cool. Right, thank you for watching, folks. That was probably one of the most thrilling games you'll ever see. Nice one. Take care. I'll see you again soon.